6 steps to getting an adult autism assessment in BC. It can be hard to get checked for autism as an adult in BC. A recent Autism BC survey found that many people haven't been tested yet, but a lot of them want to be. Sadly, more than half of these people don't know where to start. It's not really as simple as 6 easy steps, but these suggestions can guide you in the right direction. Do a self-assessment. There are self-assessment tools available to help you get a better idea if you may be autistic. You can find these on Autism BC's website or by reading academic journals. Make sure you're using empirically validated tools and not just random online self-help tests. Some good options are the RADSAR and the Autism Quotient, which we'll link below. Talk to your doctor. Ask your family doctor to refer you to a psychiatrist who can assess you for autism. You can also contact your local mental health services to see if they can help. Sometimes, if you're already receiving counseling from them, they may pay for the assessment. Note that that's quite uncommon, but it's worth a shot if you think you might qualify. Find an assessor. An important thing to look for in a potential assessor is that they're neurodiversity affirming. This means that they understand and accept that there are different types of brains and different ways of communicating and experiencing and interacting with the world. Neurodiversity affirming care often stems from a strength-based approach to care rather than a deficit-based approach. Have the assessment. Usually an assessment will consist of 2 or 3 sessions where you talk with the assessor and do some evaluations. There may also be written questions to answer outside of your appointment. Some assessors will need to talk to your family or friends, particularly someone who knew you in childhood. That means you'll need to ask a parent or someone else in your life to go with you or to take private calls from your assessor to get their perspective on your behavior and your history. Now let's talk in a little more detail about the assessment process in BC. We chatted with Dr. Grace Iarrucci and Dr. David Whirling, 2 experienced diagnosticians, about what their process is like. There's no standardized process for diagnosing adults in BC. These diagnostic measures are adapted from ones designed for children. There are 4 components. The first part is a structured observation called the Autism Diagnostic Observation Schedule, or ADOS. It is an interactive discussion where diagnosticians get to observe you and how you behave in social situations. The second part is developmental history. Clinicians talk to a parent, a sibling, a spouse, another relative to gather information about your history. They may also try to gather other records such as school report cards, videos, journals, so on. Third component is a series of questionnaires for you and someone who knows you well. The clinician would ask more questions about your history, your experience, what you remember from your childhood, and what's happening to you now in the workplace or at school. The fourth component is a thorough timeline of your vocational history. For adults, clinicians are looking at to see the strengths and challenges that you have in the workplace. Get your results. There are some ways you can get support once you have a diagnosis, but it can be hard to find services that are paid for by the government. The rules about who can get help also change a lot. It's important to keep moving forward even if it's hard. Get support. Make sure you have people who can help you. Learn more about yourself and other autistic people, and look for ways to get support. Connecting with other autistic adults can be both therapeutic and validating. Remember that it's not easy to get a free assessment for autism as an adult in BC, and it can take a long time and cost a lot of money. This makes it hard for many autistic people to get the help they need, but don't give up. There might be ways to get an assessment or other kinds of support, even if there are challenges to face. What do you think we should do to make this process better and easier for people who want to seek an assessment as an adult? Let us know in the comments. For more information about autism assessments, visit autismbc.ca/late not less.